Morning.
I haven't got any more bounties for you. It's been quiet and calm.
You ought to think about enlisting. We need you here.
What is it? Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. So I work with Colonel Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out it's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get...
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Haven't you done enough? Yep, see you around.
Lots of folks at McCarran
Farber's
really
doing the best
appreciate
with what
what
he's
you've
got.
done.
Man, I could go for a nice cut of ramen steak.
Anders showed up here not too long ago. I'm told you're the one who got him out of the vault. Can't tell you how relieved I am. That's probably true, but I wonder if I should have taken it, although my options were certainly limited with most of our forces tied up garrisoning this place. Regardless, what you did for Anders isn't something he or any of us around here take lightly. You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week. Yeah, on top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were... So somebody's... Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. And it's all you can be when... Well, why not? Given your recent... I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas, it derails everything. Supplies... Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation.
That doesn't belong to you!
Damn shame about Morales. She enlisted to be closer to her husband.
What is it? Smart man. I could use... Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes his habits. You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. People like Lieutenant Boyd. Careful with Contreras, though. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed.
Haven't you done enough? Now, what kind of MP would I be if I didn't notice any? I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, thefts, Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. That one's not suspicious so much as worrisome. Colonel Shu sent him out. Now I think he feels guilty not... Suit yourself... Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of forced entry, but I've had reports of someone It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military... But it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access code. Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up there, just a bunch of old communications equipment. If you can find... There's something about this I really don't like. And if I weren't tied up here, I'd be...
I'll sit.
Lupa, this is Frumentarius Picus. Over.
Go ahead, Picus.
Afternoon patrol enters Fiend territory at 1300. Have them mind that stretch.
10-4, Picus. Fiends will be alerted.
Roger, Lupa.
What's the status of your primary mission, Picus?
Charges are set. Detonation will occur as the train leaves the station. Over.
How long?
Couple of minutes. Over.
10-4. Keep it...
We're all impressed with the work you've done for us. It's a key to a little hideaway south of here. We've used it as a place for rangers to rest and resupply. No? What? Curtis? He's been in the NCR long before our conflict with the Legion. There's just no way. I hope you're mistaken, but somehow I don't think so. It'd explain a lot. This is much worse. You've done everything that was asked of you. You have my personal thanks for this. And I'll have Curtis taken into custody. If you...
Go right ahead, Trooper.
Howdy. Kid, look around you. What right do they have to...
Crocker can kiss my sweet
Get out.
Republic ass.
Get out. The fountain is for wishes, ladies.
Who wants to swim? Water's fine.
Please remove your bra from the bottom of the fountain.
Beg your pardon, but could I trouble you to... My deepest apologies for the slightest inconvenience. But we simply can't have anyone... Please.
I've got your back.
You look like someone in need of a Another satisfied customer. Later. So you're back. Are you implying I have some kind of secret under-the-table stash I only offer to certain clients? Now you're talking my language. I do have an... If you're willing to do a little legwork for me, I could... Many of these items aren't available in the NCR, and you'll be hard-pressed to find them at a better price. Well, I can't exactly go wandering off the base whenever I want, you know. They're all... I can hear the MPs now. Gee, Contreras, I didn't know you had so many friends in the gun runners. Speaking of which, guess your first stop. You're just passing a little note to a man named Isaac for me. I want to know which girl he liked. Great, let me know what he says. They're almost a straight shot north from here. Up past it. Bye.
Yes? What is it? We set up here with our sights set on annexing. If anything, they annexed us. Now we're trying to secure the strip and the dam. And in the meantime, General Oliver... So we're in a holding pattern here. It's our main base. We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the strip. And it had already been fortified before the Great War. From here we handle most of the logistics for our operations in Nevada. Usually General Oliver runs the show here. But he... Unfortunately, no. In fact, the word from the ranger station sounds like they've run into overwhelming resistance. It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope to look into it. Everything was going according to President Kimball's plan at first. But our two main objectives are still contested. Mr. House controls, and we're holding Hoover Dam. But Caesar's Legion is positioning itself to
Without leadership, fiends are as good as dead.
Ladies, please disperse.
Come on, big man.
All right,
Roll
ladies,
up in
show's over.
here.
All right, girls, show's over. Wanna dance? Kick 'em more.
It's the law, girls. Are you going to spank us? I so love handcuffs. Hello, Sparky.
All right, enough fun for tonight.
The fountain is a restricted area.
Beg your pardon, but could I trouble you to... How frightfully uncouth. I'm afraid... My deepest apologies for the slightest inconvenience. But we simply can't have anyone waving their weapons around in the hotel. Please. They'll be handled with the...
You watch yourself around, Mr. Gunderson.
Beg your pardon, stranger, but I'm looking for someone. You ain't seen a young man with dark... Ain't nobody got one darn piece of news about my boy. Ain't got one Brahmin unaccounted for across a dozen ranches. But I'm here for an hour and my own son just up and disappeared. My boy, Ted, he was right here. I didn't leave him but a minute. I told him to stay put while I talked some things. He was never one to stay tied down to a spot, though. Gets that from his... Got most of my staff out looking for him now. I'd be out myself, but I keep hope. Of course, if he does that, I'll whoop him till his skinny hide turns to leather for putting me through this. But that don't mean... Made me a special arrangement with the hotel. They want to do... A lot of people out there resent success. Might want to take a swipe at me. If I'd have been thinking, though, I'd have had him watching my boy instead. Then none of the... Yep, got a whole mess of Brahmins to my... Used to just have the one ranch, but land was easy. Before I knew it, I was running one of the big... Now everywhere I go, folks I never even met shake my hand and call me Mr. Gunderson. Don't quite know what... I'd be more than happy to have you. Heck, I'll hire anybody with a pair of legs and at least one good eye at this point. There'd be a lot of money in it for you if you can get him back. And if he ain't, you can bet I'll pay for the names of the sons of bitches responsible. That's between... But let's just say they control the food supply around here, and I got lots of food to...
To eat at the Gourmand is to spoil the palate. I can't bring myself to eat anywhere else.
You mustn't ask why we wear our masks. We are forbidden to speak of it.
Welcome to Top Shelf. The drink...
What can I get you?
It must be horrible to live in places without luxury.
Greeting. Humbly at your service. A pleasure.
How may I be of service, sir? No, not from the likes of you, I'm afraid. I don't think you'd have the stomach. My, such a popular question. I suppose it... The White Glove Society has only just made itself known to the public, of course. But were we always so refined? I'd be lying if I said yes. But I've always felt we were destined for a place atop. Not everyone can wear the finest clothes and eat the fine. But surely we can agree that the most tasteful, sophisticated people are the... Indeed.
Hello.